It was just another night in Las Vegas, or so he thought, until he felt the unmistakable chill that made the hairs on the back of his neck stand up. The Flamingo Hotel was buzzing with the usual excitement of the Strip, but inside this particular suite, something was different. He was pacing the hallway outside the suite, his nerves on edge. As he approached the door, he hesitated, a sense of dread creeping over him. He had heard the stories, but like most, he dismissed them as just rumors, until now. The door creaked open, revealing the darkened room inside. The lights flickered briefly before steadying, casting eerie shadows on the walls. He stepped in, trying to shake off the uneasy feeling, but it clung to him like a second skin. The room was elegant, a throwback to the classic Vegas style, with plush furnishings and rich, dark wood. But it was the mirror that caught his attention, a large, ornate piece that seemed to hold a strange, magnetic pull. As he moved closer, the temperature in the room dropped suddenly, and his breath came out in a visible puff. He stopped in his tracks, eyes fixed on the mirror. For a moment, he thought he saw a figure, a man in a sharp suit, staring back at him with cold, piercing eyes. He blinked, and the figure was gone. But the sense of being watched remained. He couldn't shake the feeling that someone was there with him, just out of sight. This was Bugsy Siegel's suite, the very room where the infamous mobster had conducted business, made deals, and perhaps even plotted murders. Siegel, one of the most notorious figures in Vegas history, had a hand in the creation of the Flamingo Hotel. It was his dream project, but it also became the place where his own life unraveled. After falling out of favor with the mob, Siegel was gunned down in Los Angeles, but many believe his spirit never left the Flamingo. The stories of Siegel's ghost began almost immediately after his death. Guests and staff reported seeing his apparition, often near the garden that had been part of his original suite. Some claimed to hear whispers or feel a sudden, inexplicable cold. Others spoke of objects moving on their own, or the smell of cigarette smoke when no one was smoking. Over the years, the tales only grew, solidifying the Flamingo's reputation as one of the most haunted hotels in Las Vegas. Back in the room, the man's eyes were glued to the mirror, unable to look away. The air felt thick, almost suffocating, as if the room itself was closing in on him. Suddenly, a shadow moved across the wall, too quickly to be a trick of the light. His heart pounded in his chest as he turned, but there was nothing there. Just the empty room, silent, except for the faint hum of the air conditioning. But he knew he wasn't alone. He tried to convince himself it was just his imagination, the stories getting to him. But deep down, he knew better. The stories weren't just stories. Siegel's ghost was real, and it was here, in this room, watching him. The man backed away, his nerves frayed to the breaking point. As he reached the door, he heard a soft whisper in his ear, unmistakable and chilling.
"Get out."
That was enough. He bolted from the room, slamming the door behind him, and didn't stop until he was in the lobby, breathless and shaking. The concierge gave him a knowing look, as if he had seen this reaction before.
"Bugsy doesn't like visitors in his suite,"
the concierge said, almost casually, as if it were the most normal thing in the world.
"He was a man who didn't take kindly to being disrespected in life, and it seems that hasn't changed in death. My apologies, sir."